Hi you guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'll be showing you how to make chicken pulao. For this recipe you will need 1 pound of boneless skinless chicken thigh, and you want to marinate it for a couple minutes, like 10 minutes, with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. You'll need 2 cups of rice. I'm actually soaking my rice. You want to soak it for like 15 to 20 minutes. I'll drain the water before I actually use the rice. 1 onion, this is a big onion, but just chopped or sliced thinly. If you use a medium-sized onion, you only need 2 tomatoes, but this onion was big, so I'm using 3 tomatoes. 2 peeled and like chopped potatoes, 1 green chili diced, and a little chunk of a cinnamon stick. A couple sprigs of cilantro chopped. 1 cup of plain yogurt. Make sure you like whip it nicely. This is a teaspoon of cumin seeds. 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder. 2 teaspoons of cumin powder. Half a teaspoon of red chili powder. And then 4 teaspoons of coriander powder. You will also need a little over a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and then some oil in a pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat up the oil, and then I'm gonna add the cumin seeds, the cinnamon stick, and then fry the onions. There's the cumin seed and the cinnamon. Just let it splutter a little bit, stir it for about 30 seconds, and then add the onions. Okay, added the onions and sprinkled some salt so they'll cook faster. I'll just mix them up and go ahead and cook them until they become a little translucent and maybe even a little brown. After a few minutes of cooking the onions, go ahead and add the green chili and then just mix it in and stir it for about a minute or 2. Go ahead and add the potatoes in now and cook for a few minutes. After a few minutes of cooking the potatoes, it's time to add in all the spices. So this would be the 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and the 4 teaspoons of coriander powder. And you're also going to want to add some salt to taste. And then we're going to mix it all together and then add the tomatoes. You're going to only want to cook the spices for about 30 seconds to a minute, no more than that, because you don't want them to burn. So there's all my spices, and now just mix it all up. So this is what it looks like all mixed up. Now go ahead and dump in the tomatoes and cook for a few minutes. It's going to be about maybe 3 to 4 minutes. You want them to get nice and mushy and all the juices to kind of like come out. Okay, just cook it. Now it's time to add the chicken and cook. Okay, mix in the chicken and cook it until the chicken's almost all the way cooked through. I went ahead and added a little bit of water because my mixture was sticking to the bottom of the pan. But I'm going to keep cooking it now until the chicken's almost all the way cooked through. My chicken is almost all the way cooked through, so now I'm going to add in the ginger garlic paste and keep cooking it, mix it in there, and then keep cooking it until the chicken's all the way cooked through. I will now mix in the cilantro. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stove while I mix this in, and then we're going to add the yogurt. Just make sure that you do this with the stove off. Okay, so the stove's off, mixed it for a minute. Now I'm going to add in the yogurt. Mix this all up, and then go ahead and turn the flame or turn your stove back on. Your mixture should look something like this. Now you can go ahead and turn your stove back on. Bring the mixture to a boil, and then we're going to go ahead and add the rice. If you haven't done so already, make sure you drain the water from the rice. Just the rice. We're going to be adding the water later, okay? So just the rice in this mixture. And then mix it all together. Just added the rice. Now mix it all up and cook it for about 2 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and add the water. I'll be adding, I'm using 2 cups of rice, but I'm gonna add probably like a little over 4 cups of water, just because I want to make sure that there's enough water for the potatoes. Once you mix everything, go ahead and add your water. Once you add the water, mix everything up and bring the mixture to a boil. The mixture is about to come to a boil. At this point, you want to go ahead and taste like the broth, just to make sure it has enough salt in it. So if it needs more salt, add salt, or if it's fine, then just leave it like that. We're gonna bring it to a really nice boil, then we'll stir it, put the lid on it, and let it cook on low heat for about like 15 to 20 minutes. I gave it one final stir. I went ahead and lowered the heat and put the lid on. So now I'm gonna cook it for about 15 minutes, and then I'll come and check on it. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I just took the lid off. Now I'm gonna see how the water looks at the bottom. Okay, and it is actually gone, so we can go ahead and turn the flame off. Okay, we're gonna turn the flame off. Well, I just turned it off actually. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the pan back up. Now just let this sit here for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you can lightly fluff it with a fork or a spoon, and it's ready to eat. Okay, you guys, so after another 15 minutes of resting, I uncovered the pan and I went ahead and fluffed the rice. So it's done now. And I'm gonna give it a taste. That is pretty good. Okay, you guys, you can go ahead and serve it and eat it. I like to sprinkle lime on it, or you can eat it with a little bit of, like a little dollop of yogurt. And, I don't know, get creative with it. But that's how I like to eat it. I hope you guys give this a try. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Go ahead and submit any questions. And until next time, enjoy!